Greetings, animation fans who clearly have good taste, because yes, you definitely just clicked on a video that said Over the Garden Wall is in fact coming back, and I'm not talking about like how Gravity Falls came back, how there was a book, but we're not getting more like actual cartoon content. No, we're getting like actually more Over the Garden Wall. This hat actually doesn't fit me, so we're just gonna do that, and yes. On September 22nd, 2024, Cartoon Network dropped this tweet. The caption reading, "Dancing in a swirl of golden memories." A little gift from the unknown to celebrate the 10th anniversary of hashtag Over the Garden Wall. Stay tuned, wayward souls.
Hashtag Cartoon Network, hashtag Halloween, hashtag Fall Day Fall.
They're doing a lot of hash and a lot of tagging. It's quite illegal. Notably also tagging the original creator, Patrick McHale, and Aardman, which is the Aardman Animation Studios. Now, I saw some people in the comments on Twitter and other places saying, oh, we're probably just getting a follow-up book, because there is the Over the Garden Wall comic series, and a little bit of other speculation, but actually, there's definitely real animated works coming. Aardman is an animation studio that is most famous for working on Wallace and Gromit, a very famous British TV series and several movies. Franchise, some might even call it, as well as their first major film, Chicken Run, and one you may have heard of, Flushed Away. Now, before I get into this influence and this detail, that's pretty much confirmation that this is going to be an animated special. And no, I'm not just speculating. Patrick McHale himself retweeted this, adding his own little caption saying, "A fun little thing to show our appreciation for the fans of the series." Now, to me, what this reads is, no, we're not going to be getting a full series, or if we are, they're really trying to not let us know that that's coming, and I would be pretty surprised if that is what we would be getting. Now, what this does almost certainly mean is that we are getting a animated Halloween special that will be a follow-up, or at least canonically related to Over the Garden Wall. Now, before I get more into that, I want to quickly say that Hulu is also still running Over the Garden Wall, and you can watch it on Hulu. Apparently, there was a little controversy of Over the Garden Wall getting taken off of Hulu, and apparently that was a mistake, and it was renewed, and you can still watch it there. I personally am a man of culture and purchased all of Over the Garden Wall on YouTube.
Oh, well, if you purchase a digital version of something, then how do you know if you're actually going to have access to it in the future?
Just screen record it. It's so easy. Screen record. I mean, you know, I'm not here like advocating for illegal activity, obviously. I purchased it, but you know, that doesn't mean I'm going to take any chances and let YouTube take that purchase away from me. I'm no sucker. You can screen record anything on streaming services. Now back to the important news. The only thing that we have are these tweets with this image. Now, this image actually does say a lot, even though it only gives us a little. As I mentioned, Aardman has done mostly things like Wallace and Gromit, which was stop motion, but they've also done Flushed Away, which was CGI. And so, which one are we gonna? It's probably stop motion. Look at this hat. I think that's enough. It tips off the hat. The hat got flown into the corner at the beginning of the video. It tipped off the hat. Not sure if we'll get more news on that until it's actually released. Make sure you like and subscribe in case I cover it. Who knows? At least stay for the suit, right? Based on this Twitter image, I think it's also probably pretty confirmable that Wirt and Greg are going to be returning as the main characters. If y'all haven't seen Tome of the Unknown, it's actually a different short episode kind of, related to Over the Garden Wall that's not in the main Over the Garden Wall series. So go check that out if you've never seen it. And I could imagine this being something like that. Just a one-off adventure that these characters went on related to the unknown and their adventures in that whole series, but probably not like a true sequel or anything like that. That part is total speculation. I can't confirm or deny the correctness in that, but bet me on it. What do you think's gonna happen? Let me know in the comments. What would you put your money on? Do you think it's gonna be just another short film story, quick thing, nice Halloween special where we get to revisit the characters? Or do you think Greg and Wirt might actually re-embark into the unknown? Who knows? It's unknown at this moment.
Oh, brother!
We also did get a release date. It is going to be coming out on November 3rd, which is a little disappointing for me, I won't lie. Would have been nice for Halloween, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm happy it's here at all.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
The idea that this is going to be stop motion is really cool too, but I want to focus in a little bit on Aardman. As I said, they did Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run. That might be really exciting for a lot of people out there. I had a friend who's grew up with those cartoons, and they're a huge fan, and they make them very excited. I personally didn't love Wallace and Gromit or Chicken Run. Accounting for animation of the time, whatever, even when I was a kid, I didn't love this animation style, and I didn't really love the comedic pacing personally. Wasn't my thing. Same with Flushed Away, just too much toilet humor. Quite literally.
He's making a deal.
Your own hand.
But now what you might not know is that Aardman Studios also worked on a project called Arthur Christmas. Now, I'm sorry for bringing up Jesus during Satan's month. However, I must bring up the fact that I actually really loved Arthur Christmas. I thought it was an extremely charming movie that took a completely different spin on Santa Claus and how it might work into modern lore and how Santa Claus could actually practically do a lot of things that might not make sense with the way that the historical Santa Claus lore goes. And I actually think it's a really wonderful movie for the holiday season of Christmas if you want to check that out and you're into that stuff. But it's not that time of year. It's the better time of year, in my opinion and objectively. And what I'm more concerned with is, are they going to make this good? Is this gonna be good? Should we be excited about it? I am hesitantly positive. I would have probably been more excited if it had been announced with other studios, but if you have been following the channel at all and you know my take on things, I tend to not really approach sequels or reboots or anything like that with a shred of positivity because, I mean, the track record speaks for itself. They're usually bad, right? We want money out of popular thing. We don't need to put much time and effort into it because we already know people love it. So let's get lots of money with little investment. I doubt that this is gonna take that turn though, because Patrick McHale, the creator, is involved. I love Patrick McHale's work. I love his mind. And I feel like the amount of passion that went into this originally and the amount of love that we, the fans, have for this is probably going to light a fire to under the creators to try to make it as good as they can make it. Again, things like Wallace and Gromit and that stop motion animation style might not be my personal thing. However, I have seen things from this company that have been very good. And Patrick McHale has also been a writer on Adventure Time, which is my favorite show of all time. Big asterisk. Maybe we'll revisit that in the future. At the very least, I know he's an excessively talented human being, and I have a lot of good faith that this is going to be a good thing. So if you read this story and you immediately had a certain takeaway like, oh, they're going to ruin this childhood classic of mine. They're going to ruin this, phenomenal work of art that's nearly flawless. Why revisit it? Keep an open mind. I think that, and this is me talking, I tend to not like these things. So keep an open mind. I feel like there is a chance that this actually is going to be not just really pleasant, but maybe even phenomenal. I don't want to raise the bar too high because a lot of how we experience art for the first time is really based on expectation, in my opinion. I want to do a whole video essay talking more about that someday. Keep an open mind. I think this is very exciting, and I'm just stoked to see where we go with it. No, this isn't a super long video or anything like that. I just saw the news story. I wanted to share it and, spread the word in case you didn't know it was happening. And also in my script writing process, I forgot to mention that it's probably going to be airing on Hulu or Cartoon Network, and hopefully it also will somehow get to YouTube. And that's all I have for you today, folks. Share the video so that other people know, or just tell them, whatever. Spread the word, however, and let me know in the comments or hit the like button if this is the kind of thing that you want to see. I know it's really hard to keep up with news and animation, so, maybe this is something that I'll do more of if people are receptive to it. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and enjoy another, spooky time. Yes, no, don't do that. And enjoy the rest of Spooky Month. We have a lot of fun things on the horizon. Oh, Halloween's delightful, huh?